Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here on Monday, January 30th, 2017. Here's a little bit of some Skype fun from myself and Tony Pincham and Tony BZ out in Seattle last night.
And that's the way the Capitol Hill fags, the main fag part of Seattle, thinks of West Seattle, which is, 2 miles away. It's a whole nother universe away from, Capitol Hill out west. You have to get your guns and, petticoats and,
White hats and your black hats.
Is that like Seven Brides for Seven Brothers? Great movie. I think the very hot Russ Tamblyn was in that. Was he not?
Wasn't that a movie or a TV show too, or something?
No, I know it was a TV show. It was a movie, and then. No, wait a minute. Oh no, there wasn't sort of a TV spinoff many years later, but it didn't have the good Russ Tamblyn in it. What else was Russ Tamblyn in? I had quite the hots for him when I was a 9, 10, 11-year-old guy there.
He was in West Side Story.
Oh yes, he was.
He was in Tom Thumb.
He was in what?
Tom Thumb.
Oh, Tom Thumb. I didn't like that movie just because I didn't like that. I didn't like Tom Thumb. I wanted to slap the snot out of him. I liked seeing Russ Tamblyn ding Tom Thumb, but I always felt bad because I wanted to slap the snot out of him, his character. 9, 10, 11-year-old Luss there in Lebanon Theater there in Warren County, Ohio, in the early 1960s.
Did the Lebanon Theater
Lebanon Town Hall Theater.
If you looked very close, if you had your eyes adjusted very close, were people getting head in parts of the theater?
I don't know. That was I'm sure there was probably some of that stuff going on, but
those farm boys.
Well, no, if you were a true farm boy at that stage of the game, you weren't in town looking at a fucking movie in a theater for a dime or 25 cents. Until I was 12, I could get in for a dime for a movie. A dime for a movie, guys. I never really looked, it wasn't until I was about 14 that they decided I was actually old, not old, I was older than 12, and started charging me full price. So I paid a quarter. Actually, at that time, they had probably raised it to 40 cents.
Wow.
Yeah, it sort of puts that $12 movie in Los Angeles in perspective, doesn't it, folks?
$12. Shit.
Well, I don't know. I've not priced a movie in a.
I bet that's the low bargain.
The last movie I saw in a theater was Lion in Winter. It was a re-release of Lion in Winter, and I saw it at the Rain Tree down here on 161. It was $3.75. That's the most money I've ever paid to go to a movie. $3.75.
Well, that's 1968.
No, no. I did that when I had just after I retired. I paid that in probably 1992, 1993.
I think rates have gone up exponentially.
Well, I'm sure they have.
Geometrically.
The Rain Tree is no longer there, I don't think. I think it's gone. What a shame.
Oh, was that the one with the bar?
That was one of the bar. That's one of the bar. Oh, it showed pink flamingos. Yeah. Yeah, we got a bunch of people from the operating room one night to go down and see pink flamingos, and of course, by that time we'd sort of seen it enough, on tape, to be able to sort of, quote it verbatim. Of course, the theater would close the curtains during, and they cut out the butt fucking the cop scene entirely, which led us to protest loudly. But
Yes.
I now have an uncut videotape version of that. Karen Furco from the operating room gave. No, she didn't get it to me. It was Kathleen from Washington D.C. that gave me that for a birthday present one year, because she had come down and spent the week with us at the Outer Banks, and she found this uncut version of Pink Flamingos, and I had the police butt fucking scene, where they're fucking the cops on the wheelbarrow and then wheeling them off and dumping them in into a ditch. Wow, what a great movie! What a great movie! Just, and that's the kind of thing you want to watch after you come home from one of these, annual meetings at your church. Or certainly think about.
I'd say you show it at one of the annual meetings of the church.
Well, actually, again, my donkey show theory of the U.S. Episcopal Church is, they could put up a screen and show that movie, and if they thought it had been sanctioned by the rector or the hierarchy of the church, people would sit there like they had been, quietly poleaxed without raising a peep, and that great opening music. Here's our lovely mobile home. Oh, crackers.
I like them driving down. Was it that movie that they're in the cat? Is that the one they start out in the Cadillac? They're driving down and there's.
Oh, and they pick up some soldier and in the park.
Boy,
yeah, and soldier in the park, and they kind of blow him, or then they kick his ass out or something. Yeah. And then Divine holds shoves a bunch of sausages up his twat. Yeah.
Or Lockney. I think Lockney. Oh, he's with a trench coat out at a park.
Yeah,
He sees these two bouffant girls that are eating their sandwich.
And he's got sausages tied to his cock, and or sausages. And he opens it to reveal his jiggling these sausages at him. I love you more than my blue hair. I love you more than I hear the sound of babies screaming. I love you more than the pain I inflict upon you. I love you more than it's like this is great. This is great. Ah, what a splendid movie. John Waters, you deserve a Nobel Prize for art on that one, I'll tell you. Probably actually the Nobel Peace Prize given to the outfits that have been awarded recently, you would be a far better recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize than some of the more recent ones.
Indeed.
Hands across the sea, huh, Tony?
She didn't look all that impressed.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, and of course, then I guess there was some sort of white streak on a photograph, on her orange dress, and of course that got some of the trollerati carrying on about the white streak on Theresa May's dress. Yeah, it's like.
No, she didn't look at all impressed when afterwards.
Well, she seems like a very matter-of-fact woman.
She looked as though she wanted to say, "What a complete dickhead."
Well, and I think this so-called diplomacy, it's like, it's diplomacy. We have to resolve the things by diplomacy. I think diplomacy would work a lot better if people just said what was on their mind.
Yeah. But it's all to do with trade and money, and so you have to play nice.
Is this the little Maggie? The new Maggie?
The new Maggie.
The new Maggie, yeah.
The little Maggie.
She didn't. particularly look all that impressed with him.
Oh, I missed all of that.
Well, at least he's put Winston Churchill back in the Oval Office. I can't say that's a particularly good bust of Churchill. What's that called now? I can't read it. Oh, Polyester and Desperate Living. Desperate Living. Do you have the complete John Waters?
I do somewhere. Lee got, in fact.
Oh, great.
Oh, look at. Oh, I forgot how wonderful the CDs are.
Oh, I love. Oh, I must.
DVDs.
I must know where. And then Polyester. I've got a lot of those in individual things, but
I have the original scratch.
Oh, the scratch and sniff. Oh, the scratch and sniff.
That I got in 1981.
Right.
When I saw this.
Scratch and Sniff-O-Vision.
State University.
Yes. Sniff-O-Vision. Sniff-O-Vision. Yes.
Odor-rama.
Yeah, Odor-rama. Yeah. That is
Do
great.
not scratch until you receive instructions from the film.
Yeah, and then you'd watch the movie and they would say, scratch number 1, scratch number 3, scratch number so and so. Yeah.
The guy, John Waters, gave a lecture when I saw this movie. Right before I saw this movie, John Waters was at the Wright State giving a lecture, and he was talking about this card. He went to DuPont, I guess, to pick out the smells and things.
Oh yeah.
They got some chemist and shit that's helping them out, and they were all very perplexed.
I love it.
At DuPont or wherever it was that they're saying, you want it to smell like what? you're trying to emulate the smell of what?
Oh yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
But some of these porno films.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Oh, and Tab Hunt. There's
Tab
Divine
Hunter with
Tab Hunter.
with Divine. Yeah, yes. What was that? Was that in Polyester?
Yes.
It was in Polyester.
Which I think is one of the top. People don't appreciate Polyester as much as they should. But they're all so wonderful.
Well, yeah, I mean, really, when like so many, movie directors, you do your best work on your first movie, and clearly Pink Flamingos was the best. Overall, hit you in the face.
Well, that was his first. That was his first kind of major one. But no, he was talking about at this lecture.
Oh,
he did, and I've only seen parts of it. This has been many years ago. But he did, like in the late '70s, he did a movie called the Diane Linkletter story.
Never heard of that.
Short black and white.
Never heard of that.
You remember Art Linkletter?
Oh
right?
yeah, of course. That blowhard.
His daughter in the late '60s. The story was the press story was she did a bunch of acid.
Oh, that's right.
She went and jumped out. She jumped out a window.
That's right.
Second story window.
Yeah.
And anyway, that was one of John Waters' first films.
Oh, that would be great. That'd be great.
Divine doing the Diane Linkletter story.
Well, I mean, can you imagine, having Art Linkletter as your fellow? I mean, at least when she died, she wasn't being bored to death by some sort of, trivialized, cheesy, smarmy, kids say the darndest things guy. I mean, who wrote a weekly column or a monthly column for Reader's Digest. Give me a fucking break. He was, much like Helen Keller, he was crammed up our faces and throats and up our asses growing up. in the late 1950s and early 1960s. You know, that's a bit of history for you guys here on YouTube. Am I recording? Am I not? Who knows? He's got the camera on the tripod.